Hola mis amores, it's Latika back with another video. And honestly, today I just wanted to talk about how my faith has impacted so many aspects of my life. And I know the previous two videos that I posted, I spoke kind of more specifically on my journey with my sexuality and my my change as as an overall thing. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. A walk in faith, a walk with God, because there's so much temptation out in the world and there's so much confusion in the world. And I deleted Instagram for like 3 months and I just needed some time off of it because it was just affecting me mentally and I was just like kind of over it. And I'm back on Instagram now and I'm posting like on my stories and stuff, but I'm trying to take it easy. I'm trying to like take it easy by looking at my screen time every day to track how much time I spend on it. And so far it hasn't been too bad. Like I'll spend like maybe 2 hours or 2 to 3 hours a day, which in my opinion, I don't think that's that bad. Cause I looked at my mom's screen time and I was like, girl, I do not have that much time to be on YouTube or any other social media, but my mom is living her best life. She's a stay-at-home mommy and she deserves it. So if she wants to have a lot of screen time, she deserves it. But anyways, yeah, I was just thinking about how my faith has been tested a lot in these past few months. Like everything has shifted. The world has shifted tremendously as far as politics go, as far as the things that I no longer accept, as far as just everything. And I want to document my journey in faith, as well as, hopefully in the future incorporating more of my artistic pursuits in the videos. But for now, I'm just using my YouTube platform to talk to you guys a little bit more about my faith, which is the Catholic faith. And I feel like I don't see too many videos on young women like myself, young Latina women like myself, talking about Catholicism. And I think it's something that's important to cover, and not a lot of people want to address their religious beliefs because they feel like they're going to alienate others. And I don't feel that way anymore. Like I just feel like we have to be proud of and we have to stand firm in our beliefs, because if not, we'll fall for anything. And I think that it's important to just be happy with our faith. And for that for me is the Catholic faith. And I found truth and I found salvation in the Catholic faith. And I was born in the Catholic faith. I'm a cradle Catholic. But for a long time, if you didn't watch my New Me video that I posted like a few months ago, definitely check that out so you can have more of an understanding of where I'm coming from. I know I heard the term baby Christian the other day, and I was like, that kind of describes me. I'm like a baby Catholic, because it's used to describe the fact that we're still so like ignorant in the faith. Like we don't know everything there is to know. I'm definitely not going to educate you guys in this video. I'm just gonna speak about my experiences, because maybe if you can find some education in this video somehow, but I'm not like these priests and these nuns that are like catechizing the youth and that are catechizing the masses. That's not my expertise. I'm just a sinner, and I'm just a human being, like, who happens to be Catholic. But I'm not trying to be some like role model, like someone to like aspire to be like, in the sense of like, you're the best that there is, you know? Like you're so knowledgeable, you know all there is to know about this. Like, no, that's not me. I'm just a regular schmegular girl from Jersey, and I just want to share my faith with the world. And as someone who struggles with their mental health, I want this YouTube channel to be a safe space for myself, where I could just acknowledge that I struggle and deal with, you know, emotional turmoil sometimes. But that doesn't stop me from praising God, and that doesn't stop me from worshiping Him, and that doesn't stop me from wanting to be closer to Him and grow spiritually and religiously. So I'm just like at a point where I want to be saved and I want to be sanctified, but the journey to sanctification and salvation is just crazy, child. Like, the spiritual warfare is so real, and I just pray that God leads me in the right direction, especially because as an artist, you see a lot of things, like a lot of immodesty, a lot of vulgarity, if that's a word. I think it's a word. A lot of vulgarity, a lot of just things that are of the world and that aren't of God. And sometimes you fall into this confusion. It's like, well, I know it's bad, but like, there's like sort of a feeling of like you're missing out in a way. And I know I probably sound so horrendous for that, but like, that's just the truth, how I feel as a Catholic walking in this path of my faith. And I'm not perfect, and that's the thing. Just because someone is Catholic doesn't mean they're a good person. Just because someone is Christian doesn't equate that they're a good person. And it's so true that sometimes this religion talk of religion can push people away. But that's not what the faith is, because the Catholic faith is so beautiful, and I've learned so many beautiful things about it. I read a book called The First Millennial Saint, and it was a book about Carlo Acutis. And I just thought that was such a good book. Like, it was a pretty easy read, and I finished it in like 3 days. And I learned so much about the Eucharist that I didn't know at all. And that's why I'm saying, like, as a Catholic, I'm still very ignorant in a lot of things. And as a baby Catholic, I am still learning so many new things. And as a Catholic revert, as someone who was born Catholic and raised Catholic, and now is in a process of reversion, of going back to my roots, going back to my religious roots, and walking with God. This has been such a huge change for me, and I'm still learning so much every day. But I just want to tell you guys that if you are on a walk with God and you feel like you're not perfect, you feel like you're not exactly the way that you want to be, we didn't come into this world perfect. We were born with original sin. And when we received the sacrament of baptism in the Catholic Church, when we received the sacrament of baptism, that cleansed us of our original sin. And even as we got older, even after receiving First Communion and after receiving confirmation and after some people getting married in the Catholic Church, they're still sinners. You know, we all still sin, and it's an uncertainty of sin, and it's treacherous. And I feel like as servants of God, we're not called to be perfect, because if you study the saints, you know that they're not perfect. Like, there's so many. I still have to study a lot of the saints because I'm still learning. The one that I did study was Carlo Acutis, and even him as a 15-year-old, like, going through the motions of teenage angst. Well, I don't think he even felt teenage angst. I think he was just trying to, like, live his life and honor God. But I'm sure he made mistakes here and there. I'm sure he wasn't perfect with everything. And I just feel like we need to pray more about our discernment and our discernment and that stuff, because it's so important to just take into consideration all of our struggles and move forward from that in a way that serves God, in a way that still praises Him and is still true to Him. And we should be called to always persist in that matter and be servants of God, of the Lord. And everything that happens in this world is so, it gives us like brain fog, and it gives us like confusion. And in order to aid that confusion, we have to seek Him. We have to pray to Him that He gives us what we need in terms of clarity and in terms of emotional well-being. And excuse me. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to touch upon that because it's something that was on my mind, and I really want to put out more content on my YouTube channel, and it hasn't been easy. But for those of y'all who watched my videos, I think I got like 12 or 13 views on the last couple of videos. I don't care if that doesn't sound like a big number. That had me ecstatic, because I'm just like, okay, if there were 11 to 13 people in a room, that's still a lot. So I'm just thankful for y'all. And for all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Y te amo. Love y'all. Bye.